Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we're lucky enough to have yet another Sinn on the channel. This one is the 358 SA Pilot Chrono, and I think it's a star. Now before I get into this, obviously I've got to go and, well, I've got to say thank you to Ryan and the team over at Francis Gaye of Coventry for allowing me to review their watch. I've said it many times, but honestly, I think they are the premier Sinn dealer in the UK. If you want a deal on a watch, contact one of the members of team there. I'm certain they'll work you something out and they'll get a watch posted out to you ASAP. Or if you're in the area, pop in, have a drink, have a look at their watches. They're, great, easy people to get along with. So anyway, I'm lucky enough to have this in my hands. Now, this is the 358, as I've said. Now, it's one of those watches, I don't know, I'd always seen it, but I never really, I wouldn't say I never really got it, but I remember seeing a 356 back in the day when I did a Sinn factory tour like 12 years ago. And I thought it looked really good, but that's like a 38mm watch. And this, in essence, is a bigger version of that watch. This is a 42mm watch. Now, actually, while we're here, let's get to the sizes. As I say, 42mm. The thickness of the watch is 15mm, but as you can see, a lot of it is taken up by that rather nice crystal, which we'll talk about in a second. Now, the lug-to-lug is a fraction over 48mm, and the strap size, the bracelet size on this is 22mm. Now, let's have a look at that dial. Now, as you see, that is a very classic Sinn look. We have obviously it's a bit more of a matte black, or sort of like a matte black dial with printed hour markers and subdials. We do have the day-date complication on this watch at the 3 o'clock position. Above that is the Sinn logo and Flieger, meaning it is a pilot's watch. Now, basically, let's look at these subdials. So what we have over at the 9 o'clock position here is the running seconds hand. So that's your seconds for your normal time. Now, let's flip that back. We have at the top is the minute counter for your chrono, and down below here is the hour counter. And just below the hour counter, you can see they're made in Germany. Now, so how you read this watch, you press the crown here, nice solid click, and you see that hand going around. These style of hands are the syringe style, and they are full of plenty of lume. Now, as this goes round, your minute counter will start to go over, and you can correspond it, I say, with the hours there. But also, you might have noticed here, we have what's the very subtle subdued AR. And that is all to do with Sinn's AR tech, which this watch has. Now, I've said it before, but I'll talk about it quickly. Over here, we have the insert AR. I believe they're titanium inserts. They're copper sulfite granules, which are in there, and that helps draw any moisture away from the delicate workings of your watch. But because all oxygen has moisture in it, they don't put oxygen in this watch. It's in a special tank, and they use an inert gas. So there shouldn't be any moisture in here anyway. So, but the gas they use is finer than oxygen, so they have to use special EDR seals, which are done to an even more tighter tolerance than regular seals you'd find on a normal watch. So it really is a little powerhouse of kind of tech in this watch. So as we come out from here, we have this gorgeous Sapphire Crystal on here. I think it looks amazing. When you look from the side there, it's a real box dome to it. It is fantastic. It has AR coating on both sides. I just think personally it looks absolutely stunning, because I say this watch has got plenty of heft to it, but it's a very balanced weight, and I do like that. I've had some watches I've spoke about before where they've felt top heavy or along those lines, but this one really does. Even though it's, I say, quite a heavy watch, but I think it's partly to do with this bracelet. It wears so incredibly comfortably. comfortably. I really like it. Now, as you can see from the case here, we have a satinized finish case. We do have drilled lugs, which makes changing straps so much easier. So again, if you're anything like me, I like swapping around these watches on different straps and so forth, and it just makes it a little bit easier. Now, we do have a signed crown there. It is a screw down crown. Let me stop this chrono. You can see as I press this to reset it, cool, it shoots right back there. Now, if I pull this out here, you can see how much thread there is on this. Now, this isn't a dive watch, but you do get 100 meters worth of water resistancy. So you can see I have plenty of thread on that. Let's just get that out of the way there. So then you can see the Sinn logo a bit better. Say the pushers, the tolerance on them just looks superb. You see how tight they are against the outer protection there. I think it does look superb. Very precise, well engineered watch. I should point out the actual movement in this watch is the Sellita SW500. Now, some people, they always want the ETA movement, but the Sellita movement here is based on the Valjoux 7750, and I believe they introduced it around about 10-12 years ago, this movement, and it is spot on. I put it on the time grapher earlier, and it pretty well flatlined both beat error and daily rate in its one position, that is, but that's always a good sign. It's I believe it's a 25 joule movement with round about just coming on for 50 hours of power reserve. So let's get a view of that movement, and as you can see, there it is, a lovely free spinning rotor there. So yeah, I think cracking movement. Screw down case back. We do have a display case back on this. Now I say this watch here is fitted with the fine link bracelet from Sinn, and this is just so flexible. It's really an easy bracelet to live with. It has got the butterfly style clasp on here, very positive. Now you don't have any levels of micro adjustment, but what you do have is these half links, so you can actually size it for yourself, really not to, without a problem. These are the hex key style, not the standard screws you have on a lot of watches, but these are hex key ones. So I just think it exudes techiness, this watch, and I really like it. Let me put it on my wrist. You can see how it looks. Quick wrist check. Let's zoom out here. I'm wearing a Rolex Batman. Take that off. So let's press that. So just do this off camera. My wrist size is approximately 7¼ inches. Now I haven't sized this watch because I say it isn't my watch, so I'm not going to bother doing that. But there you go. I think it just feels great on the wrist. It's one of these I was really pleasantly surprised with how good it actually feels. It's got just that right amount of weight and heft to it that it's special, but it's still smaller than a lot of the U series watches, so I think it looks superb. I should also point out, because it has got the AR dehumidifying technology in there, you do get a 3-year warranty with these watches, and I think this just suits the fine link bracelet so well. I really do like it. Should point out, obviously, the date wheel there is an English only date wheel on this. I know some of you prefer the German date wheel because it's just somewhat cooler, but there you go. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the review. I think this is a real cracker. I see lots of Sinns, and this one I really do like. I think it's a really nice one. So let me know what you think of the review. Any questions, always try and get back to you as soon as I can. What can I say, but stay safe out there, guys, and I'll see you at the next watch review. Bye.